Hey everybody, Sam Utari here, and welcome back to another Guild Wars Let's Play. Speaking of Guild Wars, I've had a lot of issues with my NCSoft account. I finally got that fixed, thank God. But last year, whenever I got Guild Wars 2, I got hacked, so I was really rather worried. And I don't know, my computer's been acting strange, so I noticed that I had a warrior on this account that's the same level as Arcus, and basically has a little bit of the same, quests, but she's a little bit farther than Arcus is. And then I thought about it and I was like, no, I don't want to have to switch it up, because then if I wanted to switch back to Arcus, I wouldn't be able to, because then I'd have to go and do those same quests with him. Okay, so we got Family Ties, Find the Ghost of Barth, blah blah blah, Ambassador's Quandary. These are our only active quests, and they're not even primary quests. So I'm a little confused. I think I have to go back to War Master Titus, I believe. Plus, I want to go gather the other quests here in Ascalon while I have the chance, because while Halloween is gone, most people are not here, because this is a big selling and trading area. Yep, War Master Titus has more for us. You can't read this. Odd. Okay. War Master Titus. Defend the wall. There you are. I was asked to pass you a message from Prince Rurik. There's trouble at the Great Northern Wall, and they'd like you to help Squire Zachary. Or, they'd like you to help. Squire Zachary is waiting for you at the wall. One thing before you go, Arcus fears, since Althea's disappearance, the prince has grown increasingly reckless. Be careful, old friend. Ascalon needs you in one piece. So, if you don't remember, Althea was actually the mesmer that had us kill the bull in Pre-Searing. And the thing is like, Althea, obviously... Who are you? Baron Egan, the guild registrar. So anyways... Althea is actually the one who trains the mesmers, and she's the one who sent us on the quest to kill Old Bill. Obviously, since we weren't mesmers, she's not that big of a part of our storyline, but she was Prince Rurik's fiancé. So I want to explain this guy right here, Baron Egan, the guild registrar. Whenever you join Guild Wars, you have two options, or actually you have three. You can either say no to guilds altogether, or what you can do is you can join a guild by obviously saying, hey, I want to join your guild, but you have to pay like 100 gold to join a guild, but sometimes the leaders will pay that for you. And also, your third option is you can make your own guild, which is what I've done. I've made the Necrid Sanctum, or Nest, which I have no one in my guild at all, but that's okay. I kind of made it more for role-playing purposes, even though my cape's really cool. So anyways, if you want to make your own guild, you have to go to a guild registrar. You gotta talk to this guy, and I have a few questions. What is a guild? A guild is a collection of like-minded individuals who band together as a symbol of the common values and goals. Being in a guild gives someone options they would not otherwise possess. Do all guilds have capes? The cape is a symbol of guild affiliation, but not every guild has one. If you are in a guild but do not have a cape, your guild leader needs to talk to the guild emblemer to design a cape for your guild. Designing a cape is expensive and marks your guild as one of the worthy of greater recognition. How do I get a guild hall? You cannot do that here. King Adalbern has banned guilds from owning land in Ascalon. Why did he do that? You must not remember the days before King Adalbern. The old king sold land and influence to those guilds that best filled the royal coffers. Guilds became a plague on this land, unchecked in their ambition, ruthless in their rivalries. Guild warfare nearly destroyed the kingdom. King Adalbern recognizes the good the guilds can do, but to keep their power in check, they are not allowed to hold any territory within the kingdom. And outside of Ascalon? I have heard rumors that other kingdoms may still give land grants to guilds, though I do not doubt that the price is exuberant. If you are serious about owning a guild hall, you should undertake the long journey west to Lion's Arch. If there's a thing that can be bought and sold, it can be found there. Why is this so difficult? And then he says the same thing. How can guilds fight each other? This talks about the PvP. You have to go to the battle isles, and yeah. So hopefully that explained all your things about guilds. Now, guild capes only cost like 1 platinum, I think. They cost like 1 platinum, or maybe a few more platinum, like 2 or 3 platinum, to get a cape designed. And so it is expensive for people just starting out, but it's not as expensive as you would think. Another thing that people wanted me to explain was the Zune Lie chest. So let me read this first. Simon the Scribe. King Adalbert has commissioned a monument to those who died in the searing. I'm compiling a list of names of the fallen, but I don't have all the records I need. I believe a copy of the old census might have survived in the ruins of Old Ascalon. If you could go get it for me, it would be a great help. Which that's by Sardalite Sanctum, so we could do that. And he usually has another quest for us, but he doesn't have one right now. But people wanted me to explain the Zunlai chest, and the thing with the Zunlai chest is, when you first come to Ascalon, you do not have one. You do not have access to the Zunlai chest. And what you have to do is you have to actually talk to this lady. And you have to buy, it's like 50 gold to gain access to the Zunlai chest, and then it's like another 50 gold so that you have the crafting storage, which is a separate, thing in itself. Alright, so basically our quests are, we have our first primary mission, and it's not a quest, it's an actual mission, and it's called Defend the Wall. Now, missions are different than actual quests. It's kind of like what we did with the Ascalon Academy, where we had to wait until the timer went down, and then we entered this area. We couldn't exit right away. So I'm not really sure what level you should be when you defend the wall. What I do know is that it's off this way. What I do know is that after you defend the wall, it'll transport you to another area where you have to do another mission, and that's how all missions work. After you complete a mission, you're generally taken to another area which needs a mission, and then you kind of progress through the game that way. The game's story progresses slowly through primary quests, but it basically progresses in huge chunks via the missions, and that's how you'll get through this game. Alright, so I've talked about the Zunlai chest, I've talked about guilds. Obviously they have a guild registrar in Pre-Searing, but you can only create a cape in Post-Searing. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get this dude's census, so we're gonna have to map travel to Sardalite Sanctum to get that. So, like I said, there's no way to really organize these episodes as we go along, so it's kind of like a hit and miss. It's like if I have a big amount of quests I can do, I'll go do them. If I don't have a big amount of quests that I can do, then I won't. Yes, here is good. Oh, for a minute I'm like, who the hell is talking? Gonna gather my henchmen, you, and you. Now, the whole game is not played in 4. Like, obviously, you will have a lot more than 4 henchmen as you progress to bigger areas. Some areas allow you to have 6 people, some areas allow you to have like up to 8. So it all just depends. Okay, is there any other missions over here? No. I'm trying to gather missions so that whenever I play these episodes, I'm not just like, okay, well, let's go find some quests. Because what's gonna happen is I'm basically just gonna end up running into Old Ascalon and being like, screw it, you know, like, let's just find something to kill. Like, that's how I feel. There is a monk quest out here. Like I said, you actually have like class-specific quests, and if you're a monk, then Menlo is over here, and Menlo will have specific quests for you to do that are monk-related. But the thing is like, since we are not monks, he isn't gonna have very many quests for us. Now, usually there's actually a quest where you have to go, like, kick out, like, all the hobos in the ruins of Old Ascalon. Like, this guy over here, or no, it's not this guy. But there's a guy over here. Ooh, Gwen's broken boots, leave that. Keep this on your person. See, there's Menlo, and there's that dude. And we actually need to go this way. I really need a deck. Like, playing on my lap is not awesome. Throw that girl healer deck. He's the one that's healing everybody. Okay. Then we have Gugi Gakula. Oh, and he's reviving everybody. No, just go attack this bitch. Obviously, we're like getting all this char now. Alright, actually, that worship anything and everything. I didn't know that until I actually, like, read the book on Guild Wars 2, or I read the article when Guild Wars 2 was still in production about classes they were not going to include in Guild Wars 2, and they said that they weren't, creatures they weren't going to include. Originally, they said that they weren't going to include the brawl, and then people got so upset that they were not going to include this race of people, or whatever, this race of monsters, and so they're like, oh, well, shit, well, I guess we can keep them, and so they ended up putting them in the game, but they actually look like pretty odd compared to the Grawl we see here. At least I think so, but I guess it's just because I'm used to it. So here's the box that holds the census. Here we have some gargoyles down here, which I don't like. So that's it. You just grab the box, grab the census, and then you're on your way. And really, I don't think there's anything else to do out here. Like, usually, like I said, we have to go complete the Stragglers of Old Ascalon. But it seems like War Master Titus hasn't given us that quest yet, because I guess we have to either be a certain level, or we have to be at a certain place. I don't remember, because he usually gave the quest, like, outright. So I'm wondering if he only gives it to, like, a certain class of people, but I thought it was for everybody. So, okay, so we got the census, which means we can go back to Ascalon, but while we're doing that, let's go ahead and do family ties. I'll show you how far away this thing is. For all Eulidite, they're the healers, so always attack them with like, if you don't, they're gonna keep regenerating and healing people, or not healing, or healing their people, and it gets really annoying. Like, everybody has a different style of fighting. Like, whenever I was in Pre-Searing, a guy was telling me you always take out the ranger first. The reason you take out the ranger is because they have all those traps, and they have all the explosive arrows, and they have the troll unguent, which gives them health regeneration, and so, you know, if you let them get all those buffs while you're trying to kill a healer, then it's nearly impossible. But the thing is if you're killing a ranger and not killing the healer, then the healer is just healing the ranger, which you can't kill, and he's getting all those buffs anyways. So, really, to me, it makes no sense. Okay, so here we are, and here's the family that we need to go see, which is like all the way out over here. This is why I hate the fact that there's no mounts in this game. Oy. I could just get a giant animal, or something, so I can pick up the speed. The thing is they have speed spells. The thing is, like, it doesn't matter if you have speed spells, because then you're just wasting a slot in your skill set just to get a speed spell. And it's like that speed spell's really not going to do you much in battle. It's like, sure, sometimes you can outrun an enemy, like we did in the Halloween stuff. Sometimes you can outrun an enemy, but chances are, once you get later on into the game, you're not going to be able to outrun an enemy. Running from them and getting hit so many times, your whole team's going to die, you're going to die, and then, like I said, it just ends up being a waste. I don't know, I'm not much of a strategist, and some people have managed to make this work, but all in all, I never seem to find a way to make this thing work. Like that strategy work with running away from things, waiting until your health is replenished. Because your party doesn't run as fast as you, so either way your party's left behind, and then your whole party ends up dying, and unless you have a resurrection signet, you can't resurrect anybody, and you have to go back to the place where they died just to resurrect them. I know, it's all really geeky and boring talk, but it's just something I've been thinking about, because I'm like, well, maybe I should increase my strategy, because the thing is like, my main Mesmer, which you've seen during the Halloween videos, I actually rebuilt her recently. Like, I rebuilt the skill set, so I'm like, there's something I'm doing wrong, you know? Recorded church and hate that. So, you know, basically it's like, okay, Crown of Thorns, and they're healers too. Bastards. But anyways, I was looking at my Mesmer, and I'm like, okay, I was like, she's pretty weak, she's always dying. Like, I was like, I really need to rebuild her. So I spent out a whole lot of money to get a really good staff for her. And then on top of that, I redid all of her skills and all of her tribute points so that she could actually do damage. And yeah, and now, like, this has been the first year I've ever been able to complete any of the Halloween quests. And I was actually really impressed with myself. I don't know how I couldn't do it like all the other years prior. Well, actually I do, because I have really bad skill set. And that's why I said this game is all about character build. Character build is very important, and if you don't have a good character build, you're not going to have a good experience in Guild Wars. Okay, so note this. We can come across an Ascalonian chest. Now, you remember hidden stashes, you could just click on them and open. But the chest is locked. You must have the correct key or lockpick. Keys are very expensive, and you can't craft them either. You can trade, or actually, I think you can trade for them sometimes from collectors. But all in all, you can't really do much. So it's actually pretty sad. So it's actually really sad because you'll run across these treasure chests all the time and you have no way of opening them. And there's actually an achievement for opening them too. Yeah, I can go this way. I thought, but I wasn't sure. Like I said, now that the land's all uprooted and stuff, you remember how you had those invisible walls and there's some things you just couldn't pull from or whatever? There's just some places you couldn't like hop over the field or hop over the hill, or you couldn't walk over the hill, or you couldn't walk down the ledge or whatever. This is one of those times where, because the ground is so upraised and everything's on a different level, you're often going to run into places where you kind of get stuck in a corner because you thought you could walk there and it turns out you can't walk there. Another thing I hate about Ascalon is freaking devourers are constantly popping out of the ground. They're obviously stronger than the ones you fought in the beginning of the game. This went so far away. What am I doing? You freeze on me. It's not allowed to do. And I said so. I recently thought I had a virus on my computer because all of a sudden it came up with this thing and said it was flashing my computer, and I was like, what the hell does that mean? I was like, I'm so confused, and it's like, oh, we're flashing your computer, and I'm like, well, that's right, but what the hell does it mean? And all it meant was that they were, remind me to go back this way. All that meant was that they were, checking my, basically how well my computer runs, and that's all that they were doing. Come on. What are you doing? Stop popping out of the ground. No one loves you. I don't know, I was really happy when I got one of the little devourers as a pet, but ultimately, like, yeah, I don't like them. I don't like fighting them. I don't like them just popping out of the ground all willy-nilly. Oof. Oh, see, I'm stuck. It's like I can't go through that gap. I don't know why I can't go through that gap, because there's obviously a big enough gap. But I am not allowed to go through that gap. Look at this, we're almost level 9. The next question can do it for us. Be nice. And I can show you more of those babies. Actually start collecting them. See, the thing is, like I said, none of my characters on this account are actually in the Lion's Arch area, which means I can't do the trick-or-treat events, so I might as well just save all of these things. So these are the people we're supposed to pick up. Carmela Faye. Have you seen our son? Have you seen our Toby? No. So now they're gonna follow us, right? No? What hope would an orphan have in a place like this? Do I have to talk to you? Do I have to walk all the way to this crystal before you follow me? There we go. We should be there to protect him, but we have failed. Okay, so basically these parents are beating themselves up because they have a son named Toby and they ended up dying in this hearing. And now they're all upset because they should be protecting their son, but they're not protecting their son, so they feel like they failed him as parents. Ooh, stop! Okay. It's a sad story, really. But the thing is so many other people died in the searing, it's like, I don't know. I think it's weird that we have to go pick up dead bodies. Well, not dead bodies, but ghosts. Hello, this is the Arc-Sphere Courier Service. And they're so freaking slow! Like, this is them. And this is obviously us. And we're gonna go this way this time around because Ranger Master Nente, if you remember him, he's over here. And he'll have some quests. We'll have some ranger quests, so we can do some ranger stuff. And she's a collector. Alright, so endangered species. So this is why I say you should always keep the Melandru Stalker until you've done this quest. Some people are like, no, I want a warthog, or I want a blot, and it's like, that's fine. But if you get to this quest, you're just gonna have to turn in that pet anyways, because before the searing, many Melandru stalkers roamed the land. Now these great cats are near extinction, and if we are to know the true extent of which their population has been decimated, I must keep an accurate count of them. If you can find and tame one of these beasts using the charm or animal skill, or if you already have one as a companion, bring it to me so that I may update my current tally. And I'll bring you a stalker. Click that, and then you have to go back to him. Endangered species, find one of the Melandru stalkers, tame it, blah blah blah. Go back to him again, and then it's like, hey, tame one of the Melandru stalkers. To tame one of the Melandru stalkers is no mean feat. Well done, my friend, well done. It is good to see that there are still some who strive to preserve the natural balance. And he'll give you 100 shots, and that's about it. And then there's this other quest that he has called the Char Patrol. Several days ago, a Char Patrol broke through the breach created by Barrett and the Vanguard. They've been stalking innocent people here behind the wall. Their depredations must not be allowed to continue. So I go now to hunt these fiends. It would honor me if you would accompany me, what say you? The thing is if you say, let the hunt begin, he'll want you to follow him. But we're not going to follow him because we are going to do the family ties. We already have the ghosties following us, and I don't want them to die because, yes, they can technically die again. Ooh, I think this one's an elite. Are you an elite? If you're an elite, I want to slay you. Are you an elite? No, you're just a regular one. So like I said, I was surprised when that one stone elemental showed up the one time, because usually they don't. The colored one doesn't show up in that area. It usually shows up in that area I just showed you. Come here. Let me slay you. Come here. It's so weird, but I've been doing like so much extreme gameplay with playing the Eye of the North and all that, yeah, like I don't even know how to begin to explain it. This is not the way I want to be going. Haha. Like, I've been playing the expansion a lot, and the quests are just so hard, and everything is just so complicated, that actually playing this, even though that I remember this seeming to be, like, so hard when I was, like, younger, now playing this, it's like a walk in the park, and it's, like, almost relaxing with how little difficulty it holds. Like, I've not even come close to dying, like, once. What are you doing, computer? I seriously hate, like, all the new systems where it's like, we're gonna format this new Windows to be like a touchscreen. And it's like, that's great, but for those of us that don't actually have the money to dish out on a fucking touchscreen computer, you're just wasting our time, because every time we slide our finger, we're either locking ourselves out of our keypad, or it's bringing up the computer menu, and then sometimes it even kicks us out of whatever we're doing, because it thinks we're clicking on something in that said menu. I remember when I first got this computer, and it's like, oh, new Windows. I'm like, oh, awesome, brand new Windows, I'm so excited. And then, like, 10 minutes into it, I'm like, I hate this fucking thing. It's like, I never want to see it again in my life. It took me, like, a month to get used to it. Oh, there he is. Okay, Hobbled Poundstone. That's usually the elite that shows up in that corner I showed you. Some odd reason the elite's been showing up in really weird places. And he's actually really complicated to beat because he has the healing sickness. You're level 9, you guys. Spend a trip. We can up our wilderness survival or beast mastery. The Or wilderness survival. Why not? We'll even just do 2 on Beast Mastery just because will give us more stuff that we can heal Teemo with. We're now level 9. I could have updated my death magic, but the thing is I don't use the death magic enough. Okay, he's not gonna come towards us. This is where the old theater was, obviously. The statue of Lissa is now overgrown with, like, weeds. The thing is like, whenever the land has favor of the gods, this will actually glow gold. Ugh, stop it, computer. It's like, why are you taking me to these weird areas? Are you an elite? You're all by yourself over there. No, you're not. So, go figure, the gargoyles now, of course, have mesmer powers. I was hoping that the one all by himself was an elite, because usually if you find a monster off by himself and he's not like he's not even near a big group, usually that means he's an elite. And the thing is like I like hunting the elites because one, it gives you a morale boost, which is good, and then secondly because sometimes they drop really good items. And this is where we're supposed to take the ghosties. But they're so fucking slow. Now it freaking zoomed into my computer. Do you remember this spot, Tarma? Of course, Toby loved the field that used to be here. And all of a sudden these people, what are you doing, Toby? It's like, I don't know, I just had the feeling you'd come out here, blah blah blah. Mother, is that you? Toby, you're alive. You look well, my boy. Is someone taking care of you? And Elise. And then, of course, Elise LeFay. We have help friends call, but we worried for you, so we searched for you every day, even though they were standing. He is safe and won't let anything bad happen to him no matter what. I can see that, Elise. We know you'll take good care of him. We both love you. We love you both, and never forget that. I love you too. And I think that's it. I think that's like literally all that we have to do for that quest, is it? Okay. See Elise LeFay for your reward. Hey, girl. Thank you. I do not know how you knew to bring them here, but I thank you. It means so much for Toby to see his mother and father one last time. Maybe it means even more to them. It seems their spirits have been wandering all this time in anguish, wondering what happened to little Toby here. But now they know I made it, and that I'll take care of him. They'd be so proud of Toby. I tell you, he's growing into a fine young man, a right, proper fine young man. Okay, we got the reward from her, and since we're already in this area, we are going to go ahead and go into Ashkelon, and we are going to get our reward from War Master Titus. I hate how my computer is like, oh hey, we're going to zoom in on everything. I know the zoom's not that close. Oh, okay, so I've already explained the tamers to you. You can turn in your pets to them. But there's the tamer, if ever, if you want to get a new creature after you've done the quest. I wish it, like, zoomed you out every time you went into a new town. Like, that would be so helpful. No, it's gonna keep me at this annoying zoom. Ugh. Time to give that guy the census. But really, like, I wish I knew more to say about Post-Searing, but really in the beginning, it's really, really boring, actually. Because he's supposed to give you the Stragglers quest. And the thing is, like, he hasn't given us the Stragglers quest. I'm not sure why. Defend the wall, let's talk about something else. For now, I'm just exploring the how can I defend Ascalon. I am pleased that you asked. With all our available forces patrolling Wallenges, we have none of blah blah blah. You ought to go into Old Ascalon. The danger of such a task should not be ignored. Consider forming a party before you leave. Farewell. Yeah, he doesn't have anything to say to us, so I'm like, I don't know what you have to do in order for him to be like, oh, we have stragglers in the city. I don't know whether you have to be a higher level, but like I said, I don't believe so. It might just be a warriors only task, but I don't remember whether it is or not. And that's bothering me. Simon the Scribe. Hey, Simon. Oh shit. You found the census, so I'm most grateful to you. I almost said I was delighted, but one look at the list, so many lost. If we took a census today, the list wouldn't be half this long. Okay, and then when you come back later, he'll actually have another quest for you. So the only thing we can do, really, at this point, the only thing that we can still do, we're not going to go do the Ambassador's Quandary. We could go do the Char Patrol. That's probably what we'll do, because I want to hold off from doing the missions until we've done all the different quests in this area. So, I really don't like keeping this zoom on, but the thing is I don't want to have to get up and go get my mouse just to not do the zoom, or undo the zoom, or unzoom, or zoom out, or however the hell you want to say it. So we're going to go ahead and do Char Patrol. But before we do that, I might want to go to a merchant. Ugh! Where'd you put me? Thank you. I want to go to a merchant because I want to show you something. So you remember we have our belt pouch or whatever? The thing is now that we have, like, a belt pouch, now that we have, like, all these different things, you're a dye trader, you're not a merchant. Liar. Merchant, no! What are you doing? I hate Ascalon. I hate walking in this place. So now that we are in Post-Searing, we can actually buy bags to increase our inventory space. So, each bag is 100, and so is the salvage kit. That makes me sad. So we're gonna sell this truncheon because we don't need it. We're gonna sell this longbow, and the frost artifact. We don't need these. We're gonna sell this, sell this, and this. Granite slab we can keep. And we're gonna sell this, and we're gonna sell this. So I know I should do a salvage kit, but instead I'm going to go ahead and buy 2 of these because I really could use the inventory space. So now each bag only holds 5 items, and if you buy a Ruin of Holding, you double click it and that takes your bags from 5 to 10 slots, but it can only be used once. So the most you can really have in these bags is 10, 10, and then this has 20. So there's 20, 20, 40, and then 45 because you can't increase the belch pouch. So the most you can have is 45, and then you can buy a small equipment pack, which gives you 5 more. So 40, 50. So you can get 50 slots, and 5 of them have to be used for, ooh, a witch's brew. That's not a collectible, so I can drink that. So all you can get is 50 slots, and 5 of them have to be used for weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and keep these in my inventory. Gwen's broken flute, granite slab. So I'm gonna keep these in my inventory. I'm gonna deposit the flute in the granite slab. I wish I had enough to buy a salvage kit. I know I could pull it from my Zunlai chest, but I try not to pull anything from the Zunlai chest just because I know that I use it for my characters so that they can get armor and whatnot. So any extra money that I usually have after a day's run, I usually already have a broken flute. I wonder if it'll let me have 2. Like put 2 in the same spot? No. Well, I'm gonna have to destroy this now. I'm gonna go ahead and put these here because I don't have anything to salvage them with. And then, of course, put the granite slab in its particular spot. But I usually save up money in here for the purpose of buying armor. And so after a day's run, I usually deposit whatever gold I have left over that I haven't used. I usually put that in the Zunlai chest. After the Char Patrol, I think I'm gonna end this episode because it has gone on for a pretty long time. I don't even know why that's in my head because I don't even know that song. Not really. God damn it. Yes, big scary devour. Always has to attack me right outside the gate. That's typical. Something new, please. I know your script says to be obnoxious. One thing I love about Ascalon is I love these crystals that show up everywhere. If you don't know, it has something to do with Guild Wars 2, kind of like the events leading up to Guild Wars 2. But I'm not going to spoil anything for you because you have to read the book. I don't know, some people complain that Guild Wars 2 isn't deep enough for them. They're like, oh, we don't know what happened in this time between this, and we don't know what's going on here. And it's like, well, if you actually read the novels, like, the novels actually explains a great deal of what happened before Guild Wars, like what happened before the Dragons Rose and all this other stuff, and then it talks about the stuff that happened after the Dragons Rose. And another thing is, in order to get Guild Wars 2 to the fullest, you really have to play Guild Wars 1. You have a lot of people that are jumping into Guild Wars 2 just because it looks really awesome, and then they're like, I don't get it. Why are these Char trying to do this? Or why are these people trying to do this? And why do they hate so-and-so? And it's like, well, if you would have played the first game, and you would have gotten really far in the first game, you would know what's going on. Like, you would understand the feuds between certain people and why they act the way they do, and why they do the things they do, and etc., etc. Like, it would all make sense. And no, by the way, this gate does not work anymore. It just kind of stands there just because. So no, you can't go char hunting, I'm sorry. But yeah, like, I was reading a forum about it the other day, and some people were like, oh my god, I hate the story of Guild Wars 2 because so much of it doesn't make sense. I'm like, really? I was like, did you even bother try looking up the storyline? I'm like, have you even played the first game? And the person's like, no, because the first game's a little outdated and it looks really bad. Like, seriously, this looks bad to you? This is beautiful scenery, character customization, like, Oblivion looks retarded, but sorry for the use retarded. I know some people take it personally. I just use it just because. But honestly, I hate the way people look in Oblivion. And the thing is, like, no matter how much you move their jaw, or no matter how much you freaking pull their eyes apart, or make them bigger or smaller or whatever, like, the people in Oblivion look disgusting. You know, like, Oblivion is a great game, don't get me wrong. I think it's a fantastic and a brilliant game. But Oblivion is actually a very, awkward looking game too. Like, it's beautiful, the scenery's beautiful, but the people are just god ugly. They're god awful. So, yeah. I don't know. But, so she's like, oh, it looks outdated to me. And I was like, really, chick? I was like, first of all, it's not the date of the game. I was like, it's actually pretty advanced for a PC game of its time. Guild Wars was not even meant to be an MMO. It was not meant to be played like an MMO, but people played it like that anyways. And that's how it became to be. So we gotta talk to him about the Char Patrol, and then he's gonna be like, follow me. The tracks lead in this direction. And yes, you have to follow him. You can't go ahead because check marks are determined by wherever he stops. And obviously, if Nente dies, you have failed the quest and you have to start all over again. So do not let him die. At all costs, keep away from creatures. He runs faster than you too, so he might, I think he runs faster than you. I actually think you can outrun him. Okay, so he stops, he looks at the tracks. This is gonna go on for a while. So. The tracks lead in this direction. And then he points, and then he runs again. And this is all this quest is. Like, this is why this is one of my most unfavorite, like, quests. And then, of course, you have all these random things that are spawning. So if you run ahead of him, or whatever. Why are you not attacking, Archie? And the thing is, like, you can go and grab stuff, but then if you go and grab stuff, he's running off the building. It's another thing I don't like about it, because then after you finish the quest, like, Tail Devourer, Terios Devourer, you have Plague Devourers, and Last Tail. Thank you. Sorry, dude, but I'm gonna pick up my clothes. Do you like it or not? Good tail. Another Plague Devourer. These things don't drop anything. And I'm sorry if it's a trick or treat bag, I'm going for it. Oh shit. No! No! What do you do? What did you do? Why did you freeze? Okay. I clicked something I probably shouldn't have. You just like summoned every enemy you could. And I keep clicking in all the wrong places. Because my freaking, like I said, my computer's doing something hard. Okay. Now almost all done. 10 coins. Okay, so this is our next checkpoint. Run there. Check the tracks. And hopefully we're close. If not, the tracks lead off in this direction. I know that he leads us until we make it to like a bridge, and the thing is like, I know the Melandra stalkers are over here. I feel bad because I know that we have much longer to go on this side. Get away from me, I'll stab you with my soul thing. My soul framer. Okay? Oh, hurry, Dente's running off. You don't want to get behind because he's going to run into some new creature. Plus he runs faster than you. I'm hoping to literally like avoid enemies. The only problem is like I know there's going to be a part where we're going to walk up a ramp with a whole bunch of Melandra, or with a whole bunch of Strider, or a whole bunch of Moa birds, and it's really going to suck. Because I know that Orion, which is our mage, is going to use this fire range spell, and the minute he does it, it's going to trigger the Striders, because if you hit the birds with anything, then they attack you. And it's happened before. I didn't drop anything, I just wanted the experience anyway. It's over here. Yeah, there's Striders everywhere, and Orion uses a freaking firestorm, and next thing you know, you have like 3 birds, like, sitting there nomming on you. Because you can use it on the stone elementals, and usually, well, we might actually be Your party shares 8 gold, which means you each got like 2 gold. So for once, we're not getting attacked by Moa birds, which is nice. There's like a hell load of freaking gargoyles over here though. And they beat us. And for some reason, Arcus decided to be the one that power forward. Get that scorched seed. No, this is where the birds attack, because they freaking walk into the fire half the time. But luckily, none of that actually happened. Tracks lead off in this direction. Okay? Hurry up and go. Okay, so we are nowhere near this target, because I don't see the bridge yet. So annoying. Shatter gargoyle. Gargoyle skull. There's actually somebody that forget where they are. Okay, Ninte. It's taking the odd way. So there's our next checkpoint. Hopefully, there will be a bridge. bridge should actually just be right around this corner. I'm hoping the bridge is right around this corner. Yep, there's the bridge. We are almost done, you guys. Jason, let him see his catchphrase. There we go. The tracks lead off in this direction because right across that bridge there's the char. Are you gonna say something? No? You're just gonna go in head first and kill them? Whatever. Char sucker. Okay. So these are all rangers, which means they all have explosive arrows, which means they all use the igniting arrow. And you can't let Mentai die. Wow. Okay, so we killed them. Now where's Mentai? There you are. Hey, dude. This particular group of char will threaten us no more. However, I fear the more of them might be heading this way. This group has the look of scouts. We need to discover the base camp where they are staging these assaults and destroy it. Feral Lunge. Feral Lunge is actually a pet skill. Your pets do get a lot of skills, but the thing is, you have to keep this one in your party to actually keep the pet on your team, because if your pet dies, you have no way to revive it and you have no way to heal it, so this one has to stay in your skill bar. And the thing is I really have no need of, like, pets to have any special skills. I've never used them before, I'm not going to use them now, and I don't plan on having a lot of beast mastery, so... Same with Favorable Winds. It's a nature ritual which creates a level 1 spirit, 30-second lifespan, and your arrows move twice as fast, but I have no reason to have that. Now Nente has another quest for us. I examined the bodies of those charge who slew and discovered something interesting. They are part of the warband led by Gorgon Hatemonger, a particularly nasty charge with whom I've had a few run-ins. Gorgon is usually found near a bridge that spans the chasm of black sludge in the breach. If you're able to find and destroy him, it would throw any plans of his warband for an attack in disarray. Can I count on you? Now, the breach is actually an area you go when you're on your way to... something peak. I forget, it's another part. We'll actually get a mission to go there, but it's where you have to go to, like, a small Ascalonian camp, which is right through the breach, and yeah, there's black sludgy water everywhere, and it's really gross, it's hard to get through, yeah, the breach, and then you get to that peak area, and then there's a lot of quests there and whatnot. So as you can see, this is all part of Post-Searing. This is all part of Post-Searing, and then this enters the second part of Post-Searing, this area in Kryta here. And then this area in Kryta is the third part of the Searing. So, like, these are all Ascalonian quests. Then you have a section where you have to go into the Shiver Peaks. Then you have the section where you go into Kryta. And then you finish off your missions here in the deeper parts of Kryta. So, like, we have not even scratched the surface considering we only have one town. And then it started with Sanctum, and then, of course, freaking Ascalon City itself. So we're gonna head back to Ascalon. I want to see if War Master Titus has anything for us, and if he doesn't, then I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode in this part 13 and save it for another day. We left with like 50-some gold, and now we have 70-something, so I guess it's not too bad. I can sell like all these things except for the chit fragment, and maybe have a decent amount towards a salvage kit. We are going to have to start salvaging stuff. Tribal blades, sell, sports seed, sell, cinch cards. Okay, we're like 7 away. Yeah, we are 7 away from a salvage kit. So this is what I mean, like, about everything being super expensive, nothing, you know, everything being super expensive, and, like, nothing being cheap. The only thing that's cheap are the shit that you actually sell out of your inventory. They only go for like 2, 3, 5 gold. Titus! Okay, so Titus doesn't have any quests for us, so I am thinking that you have to go defend the wall in order for that to be an option, the whole stragglers of old Ascalon. I want to go see if that monk guy has a quest for us, and then I swear I'm done. No, he doesn't, because I think you have to be farther than that too. So obviously in the next episode, I think we're gonna go ahead and defend the wall, since there's really no other quests for us to do at the moment. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our first mission, you guys, and you'll get to see what the cinematics look like and all that fun stuff. The defend the wall is not my favorite quest. I actually like the one that comes after that, and I'll tell you which one's my favorite, because I like the speaking lines that the man that you talk to has about the trebuchet. My best friend would get that. But anyways, so this has been Samatari playing Guild Wars. This has been part 13. I'm sorry that this is so disorganized. It's just, you get quests in random order now, and there's really no way to plan where you go and what you do. And so I'm still just gonna roll with it. And these episodes are gonna be of random length, and they're not gonna be as well planned as the ones in Pre-Searing. Plus, I haven't been in Post-Searing in forever. The one place in the breach is called Pekin Square. I just remembered it, not Pike. It's Pekin Square. But we have to go there after we defeat or defend the wall. And actually, after we defend the wall, we should end up in Regent Valley, which will put us in a great place to actually do the Ambassador's Quandary. But we'll just have to see. But anyways, this has been Samatari playing Guild Wars. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see in these episodes. And please hit like if you're enjoying these. It really motivates me to make more videos. I make them anyways, but there are some days that I'm like, man, why do I do this? You know, just because nobody's watching these, nobody's really paying attention to this great classic, which I think deserves so much recognition and so much attention. Last but not least, feel free to subscribe and connect with me online. I just finished an Eye of the North review, which is the Guild Wars expansion, and if you don't like spoilers, don't read it, but if you don't mind spoilers, I go into great detail what the Eye of the North is about. I talk about the points that I really like about it, things you should look forward to about it, and there's only like 5 things I don't like about it. And last but not least, I guess I will just see you guys in the next episode. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all later. Samatari out. Ciao, you guys.